You ever look at a program and wonder what's actually happening behind the screen? Like, what is this thing really doing when I click this button? Where does my data go? How does the software make decisions? Most people just use applications and move on with their day. But reverse engineers are different. The moment they open a program, curiosity kicks in instantly. Every weird pop-up, every login system, every crash, every hidden process feels like there's something deeper happening underneath. And once you start learning reverse engineering, your entire perspective on technology changes. You start seeing patterns, logic, behavior, and hidden mechanisms working silently in the background. That's the point where you stop thinking like a normal user and start thinking like an analyst. Because reverse engineering is not just hacking, it's the art of understanding how things works without being given the source code. Imagine someone hands you a locked black box and says, "Figure out what this thing does." That's reverse engineering. You take compiled programs, malware, games, drivers, suspicious files, and slowly tear them apart layer by layer until the secrets inside start revealing themselves. In cybersecurity, reverse engineering is one of the most powerful skills on Earth because attackers hide malware inside innocent-looking files every single day. Ransomware groups use obfuscation to avoid detection. Spyware silently steals data in the background, and security researchers have to analyze these programs manually to understand how they work, how they spread, and how to stop them before millions of devices get infected. But before we start breaking binaries and digging into malware, if you're enjoying the video and want to learn hacking the right way, make sure to subscribe to Hacker's Arsenal. I upload twice every single week with videos on cybersecurity, hacking, reverse engineering, so you never miss the next ride. Most beginners learn reverse engineering completely the wrong way. They instantly download advanced tools like IDA Pro or Ghidra, open a random executable, stare at thousands of assembly instructions, panic for 20 minutes, and quit forever because it looks impossible. But the truth is, reverse engineering is not about memorizing weird code, it's about learning how computers think. The correct path starts much smaller. Before malware or advanced crack challenges and analyzing ransomware samples like professionals do. You first need to understand what actually happens when a program runs on your machine. What is memory? What is a process? How does the CPU execute instructions? What is a register? What happens inside a software when you click button? Because underneath every application you use daily, there's machine code being executed millions of times per second. And reverse engineering is basically reading the footprints left behind by that execution. This is why learning a low-level language changes everything. You don't need to become a god-level programmer first, but understanding C programming is massive because most operating systems, malware samples, and security-critical applications interact directly with memory. Once you understand how memory allocation works, how functions behave, how pointers operate, and how binaries are structured, reverse engineering suddenly becomes less terrifying. Then comes assembly language, the place where most people get scared away. Assembly is not magic. It's just the raw instructions your processor understands. Move, push, pop, jump, call. At first it looks like alien hieroglyphics, but after enough exposure you begin recognizing patterns the same way musicians recognize notes in songs. And this is where the real fun starts. Because now, you stop watching programs from the outside. You step inside them. You open tools like x64DBG, Ghidra, Binary Ninja, or Rudder2, and suddenly you can pause programs while they're running, inspect memory live, trace execution flow, watch registers change in real time, and literally observe how software thinks internally. This feels unreal the first time you do it. You set a breakpoint on a login screen, type the wrong password, and watch the comparison happen instruction by instruction. You see the exact moment software decides whether you succeed or fail. That moment changes people because you realize software is not magic anymore. It's logic. And one of the best ways to learn this skill is through Crack Me challenges. These are intentionally vulnerable mini programs designed for reverse engineers to practice on legally and ethically. Instead of randomly attacking software online, you solve challenges built specifically for learning things like password validation, hidden flags, anti-debugging tricks, serial key checks, obfuscation, encryption routines, and binary patching. Websites like crackmes.one became legendary in the reverse engineering community because thousands of learners use them to sharpen their skills step by step. At first, you'll barely understand anything. You'll click random instructions hoping for miracles. You'll spend 2 hours finding a single comparison statement. But eventually your brain adapts. Patterns emerge. You stop seeing random assembly instructions and start seeing logic flow. That's when reverse engineering becomes addictive. And the beautiful thing about this field is that every challenge feels like solving a digital crime scene. Imagine analyzing ransomware that encrypted an entire hospital network. The malware deletes backups, spreads laterally, encrypts patient data, and demands millions in cryptocurrency. Now a reverse engineer steps in. They isolate the sample inside a sandbox. They trace its execution. They discover the encryption algorithm. Maybe they find a flaw in the implementation. Maybe the ransomware developers reused keys incorrectly. Maybe they discover a hidden kill switch domain. That single discovery could save thousands of victims. That's the level of impact this skill can have. And if you're serious about learning this path, build your learning process like a ladder. Start with computer architecture basics. Learn C, understand memory, learn assembly slowly, practice with tiny binaries. Use beginner crackmes. Study how debuggers work. Learn PE file structure on Windows and ELF binaries on Linux. Analyze simple malware samples inside isolated virtual machines. Read write-ups from other researchers. Watch malware analysis reports. Break things, fix things, repeat forever. Most importantly, don't compare yourself to elite reverse engineers online. You're seeing people with years of experience casually solving challenges that once destroyed their brains too. Nobody opens assembly for the first time and instantly becomes a malware analyst. This field rewards obsession, curiosity, patience, and consistency more than raw talent. Every advanced reverse engineer you admire today once spent hours confused by a simple jump instruction. And then it gets really fun. You start noticing how anti-cheat systems guard games like silent security guards in the background. You see how malware tries to sneak past antivirus engines by disguising itself and blending into normal system behavior. You begin to understand how applications actually talk to the operating system, sending requests, receiving responses, and silently executing commands you never see on screen. Even software licensing stops feeling like a black box and starts looking like a set of checks, validations, and hidden logic. Then there's obfuscation, where code is deliberately twisted, renamed, and scrambled just to confuse anyone trying to read it. But let's be real for a second. Reverse engineering is hard. There will be days where you stare at a binary for 4 hours and discover absolutely nothing. You'll feel stupid. You'll question whether you're smart enough for this field. Then suddenly, one tiny breakthrough happens. One instruction finally makes sense. One function reveals its purpose. One hidden string changes the entire investigation, and your brain lights up like you just solved a murder case. That feeling is why people fall in love with reverse engineering. Because at its core, reverse engineering is curiosity weaponized. It's that mindset of looking at a locked system and saying, I need to know what's happening inside. And maybe that curiosity is exactly what creates the next generation of cybersecurity researchers. Because in the end, it's not just about breaking things or analyzing code. It's about understanding the invisible world running beneath everything we use every single day. And if you've made it this far, you're already thinking differently than most people out there. Seriously, if you enjoyed this video and learned something new today, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment down below what you want me to break next. I show up twice every single week to bring you something new in cybersecurity. This is Hacker's Arsenal, and I'll see you in the next one.